Dear Iceland, this is Edmonton calling. I am writing to ask you something of how the light seeps into you. You see, I come from a city where the sun stretches itself like a lazy yawn down our river center each day. Sometimes I think we take all this brightness for granted. Since being in your city, the city named after a smoky bay, I have learned something new of the light. There is nothing slow about the way it moves. It is no easy slumber of a setting sun here, no gentle rise. Just yesterday, I saw the sun set over the pond and then bounce across your harbor. Iceland, can you teach me how to hold on to the light? Dear Iceland, my city knows nothing of your salty brine of an ocean, and yet its silted riverbanks have always been a meeting place, a harbor of a different sort. Called by the Cree a Miskwatsiwaskahikan, Beaver Hill's house, we were a gathering place. We have welcomed visitors and cradled newcomers. Our stories are the ones of endurance and survival, of building homes and communities. Iceland, I think we are not so different in this way. But our stories are simple ones. They are not the sagas of gods. They root themselves firmly in the lands rather than in the heavens, but they have taken hold. Until we have become a meeting place turned home, an indigenous people's history teaching settlers persistence, a Northwest turned in red surge royal in the mounted police, an open-armed invitation to immigrants. Why, Iceland, my city has already met you in the tenacity of an Icelandic community in the middle of a wheat-laden prairie field led by a poet named Stephen G. Stephenson. There is something beautiful about how you do things here. How a poet can lead a whole community, how a police officer does not carry a gun, how a church is named after a poet, how the skies open in an amazing dance of color, while the earth's tectonic plates curtsy to each other in a strong Viking I love you that causes the core of its being and all its secrets to erupt for everyone to see. There is a vivacious beauty here. So Iceland, this is Edmonton calling. I'm writing to ask you something of how you hold on to the light, how you have found it in the places where it is least expected, how you have wrapped yourselves around it, let it drift into you, how you have let the light seep back out of you. Dear Iceland, this is Edmonton calling. I am holding my hand out in a letter, my palm full of light. Thank you for grasping on, for shining through the darkness into my being. Thank you for letting the light seep in.